Okay, well, very simple. Try to describe the emotion. Now that might sound bizarre, might sound really weird. One of my favourite analogies for this is the analogy of wine tasting. You know people who are expert wine tasters, and me, you, the average person, you have a glass of wine, you kind of think, oh, I like that or I don't like that, that's about all you know. Maybe it's dry, maybe it's sweet, you know. Maybe it's red, maybe it's white, you know. But people who are wine tasters, they take a sniff and they swill it around and they smell it and then they go on for about, 5 minutes about all the different flavours and aromas and aftertaste and all the different qualities of the colour and, on and on and on and on and on they go about describing the wine, right? You couldn't do that, I couldn't do that. But we believe them, don't we? I mean, we believe that they're not talking absolute nonsense that they've just made up in their minds. For me, that's a really good analogy of describing our feelings. Most of us just say, oh, I feel happy or I feel sad, and that's about all we're capable of. But once we get better at it, we'll be able to describe happiness. We'll be able to write a whole page on what is happiness. So I mean, not just what is happiness in theory, but what happiness feels like. So a number of things to ask yourself when you've got a particular emotion, and you want to try to, what was the question? You want to try to listen to it. Want to try to listen to it. Try to describe it. So to try to describe it, first of all, where is it in your body? Most emotions either are literally felt in a particular part of the body or a number of parts, or we have a strong tendency to imagine it in a particular part. So we sort of tend to imagine love in our hearts, and that's not just something that's some weird idea we've got. Like, people really do feel like their love is in the centre of their chest. So where is it in your body? What does it make you want to do? Most emotions make you want to respond in a particular way. I like, now this is going to sound weird too, but I like to ask silly questions like, what colour is it? What flavour is it? And is it big? Is it small? Is it moving? Is it still? The point of all this is not to get the right answer. Nobody cares what the answer is. But by trying to describe it, you are listening to it. That's the thing. And that was the question, right? How do we listen to our emotions? In order to describe it, you have to listen to it. So trying to describe it is an act of listening to it. There's other questions you can ask yourself. Is there a visual image for this emotion? I mean, sometimes, like if people are feeling frustrated and you say, what's the image? Oh, the image is kind of like a wall. It's sort of like there's this wall, but I've asked the person to describe frustration, and they didn't say that until I said, is there an image for it? Oh yeah, it actually, like, I feel like I'm pushing against a wall, that, and there's another way you can describe emotions, like give it a physical expression, what's a physical expression for anger? Or what's the physical expression for joy? I answer those things off the top of my head. The point is not that you know the answer from here. The point is not that you get the right answer. The point is that in order to answer the question, describe your emotion, you have to listen to the emotion. That's That's how you answer that question. That's how you describe the emotion. Whether you succeed in being able to describe it or not hardly matters. You've listened to the emotion by trying to describe it. Does that make sense? Yeah, so it's actually very simple. It's not that hard. It's not that easy, but it's very simple.